I have a love for communication. There's three things I love: creating, communicating, and connecting. On the aspect of communication, it's so beautiful because our words verbalized can have us create something here on earth, manifest something, create value, have an insight occur, have a revelation spur up. But communication is our way of understanding one another. Like, what a beautiful thing that the Lord gave us language to understand one another. And I know when the Tower of Babel occurred, he then scattered everyone and created different languages and tribes and nations. But within our specific culture and where we are living at this moment in time, communication is our way to understand one another and be amongst one another. But I often see within my own household and out in the world, miscommunication is where 99% of problems lie. Problems don't actually lie within a problem itself. It's actually the miscommunication. And so to get good at communicating is an advantage. It is a sword here on earth that you can use to sheathe through any noise, to get to what you want, to be blunt, straight to the point, and direct. Okay, it's okay to sympathize with others and empathize, especially if you've been in the situation they've been in. You've worn their shoes. But we are to always respect one's mental framing. When we first seek understanding in communicating with others, we can understand their mental framing. We do not get frustrated with how they think, because if we truly have a heart for God, we will seek to do his will and good at all times and all moments. And to do that means seeking understanding, to get on the level one's on, to then understand what we need to do in that certain moment and what to give to them and what they need. Because everyone needs something. And so when we communicate well, we actively listen well. We seek to understand what the other person is actually saying and how their mental model and way of framing things is, so that we can understand how we can interact with them. There's an example of a frustrated husband coming home to his wife after being out late. Let's see. One example is a husband comes home and a wife says, "Where were you?" A husband says, "I was out with my old friends. What do you think I was doing?" It's like you never trust me. Communication immediately lost. Since they're not on the same page and they don't logically explain what's going on, they jump to conclusions. There's a past that is brought up within the husband's mind that says, why is she asking this? She doesn't trust me. Assumptions are being made. Whereas, same situation, different outcome. Let's see what happens. A calm husband comes home to his wife after being out late. Wife, where were you? Husband, I was with old friends. Why do you ask? Wife, you're never out this late. Husband, I rarely see my friends. We laughed like old times and ate so much. Our reminiscing was so fun that it faded into the night. Wife, but you hate staying out late, which makes me think you're lying. Husband, I rarely stay out late, but old friends are rare to see as well. Logic. The devil loves emotional arguments. Faith is not frantic. Doubt is. Worry is. Anxiety is. Faith is stable. Faith is logical. Although faith is the assurance of things hoped for, of things not seen. When we have faith in God, proper faith in God, and righteousness dwells in our lives and hearts, and that's an outpouring of how we live, we can combat any situation because we go out with a calm attitude, settling emotional arguments with logic, having a biblical base and foundation. I'll cap in saying this: we are all mirrors of each other. So if you want more agreement and understanding and love in your life, be that towards others. Give, and you will be given more. Love, and you will be given more love. Yes, and we're to combat hate with love, right? We're to combat darkness with light. And the more we rise up, the more that darkness and evil may permeate to try to enter into our existence. But we are to remain as we are, as light and love, to hold off those things. Because if we let it corrode and overtake us, it means that that faith in which we had, the heart in which we desired to live in righteousness in Christ, actually isn't stable, actually isn't true. And so we are to be firm in our faith Because when we combat hate with love, we end up having that side of the party surrender and submit to us, or they go away. Either way, love wins, always. Always and forever. God bless.